Hello again my friends, many of you guys have asked me to make a video detailing everything we know so far about Destiny, so here it is. Over the course of 8 years, Bungie plans to release 4 Destiny games and 4 substantial DLC updates. It's a game so big, so epic in its scale, scope and ambition that comparisons have been made to Star Wars and Lord of the Rings. The release date for Destiny is set for sometime in 2014. The game is still in pre-alpha, so don't expect an official date to be locked down anytime soon. And unless you hear it directly from Bungie, take any release date you've heard about as speculation. So what kind of game is Destiny? Destiny is an open world first person shooter infused with RPG and MMO gameplay mechanics. You need an internet connection to play it, but there will be no subscription fee. According to Bungie, Destiny features a compelling storyline, competitive multiplayer, cooperative gameplay choices, wide open public combat destinations, and third person community spaces where you can repair and rearm before going out on your next adventure. Destiny's plot is shrouded in mystery. All we know is that an alien sphere known only as the Traveller arrived on Earth, breathing new life into our planet and kick-starting our golden age, allowing our civilization to span the entire solar system. But it didn't last. Something hit us hard and tried to obliterate us. No one knows exactly what, but we do know this. Very few of us survived, and those who did owe their lives to the Traveller. From that dark age, the Guardians of the City were born. Let's have a look at each Guardian class in a little more detail. Warlocks were the first to tap the power of the Traveller, wielding its light as they ventured beyond the safety of the shield. They know each discovery offers new possibilities and may hold the key to our survival. Hunters learn to survive the wild through crafty manipulation of the Traveller's energies. Some fear that they are too dangerous, but it's their bravery that is leading us to the lost wonders of our golden age. Titans have long honed the power of the Traveller, passing these skills on to each new generation of warrior. Their strength gave birth to the city, and they have taken a blood oath to ensure that it will always stand strong. As well as your class, you'll also be able to choose your gender, race and faction. Let's have a look at each of these in more detail. First up, your gender. Here we see a male hunter, a female hunter, a male warlock, a female warlock, a male titan and a female titan. Now let's look at the different races. You'll be able to choose from 3 races: Awoken, Human and Exo. Your choice of race will have no effect on your Guardian's abilities. It's really about how you want to present yourself to other players. For example, Bungie describes the Awoken as exotic, beautiful and mysterious. Inspiration for the Awoken were taken from elves, vampires and even ghosts and angels. Then we have the good old humans, who Bungie describes as relatable, tough and uncomplicated. Bungie took inspiration from the military, sports stars and action heroes when thinking about how to portray the human race in Destiny. And finally the Exo, who Bungie describes as sinister, powerful and tireless. Inspiration came from the Undead, the Terminator and even Master Chief himself. Bungie has yet to reveal any background details about the Awoken and the Exo. We know nothing of their motives, where they came from or why they are fighting alongside us. All we know is that in our darkest days, humans, Exos and Awoken found the Traveller where it made its last stand and helped to build the city within its protective shield. You'll also be able to choose which faction you belong to in Destiny. So far we know of 5 factions: Seven Seraphs, Dead Orbit, Future War Cult, New Monarchy and Osiris. No details have been released as to what these factions represent, but Bungie has hinted that just like your choice of race, your faction allegiance is simply another way to customise your armour, weapons and personal spacecraft. For example, the Seven Seraphs emblem has appeared on this Warlock's helmet. The Future War Cult emblem has appeared on the side of this fusion rifle, and the Dead Orbit logo has appeared on the wing of this spacecraft. The ability to choose your gender, class, race and faction will allow you to create a unique warrior with which to explore Destiny's vast universe. Now, Destiny is a first-person shooter, which means it will have guns. Lots of guns. Here's a list of every gun we know about so far. Red Death, an exotic pulse rifle. Yalahorn, an exotic rocket launcher. Closing Time, an exotic sniper rifle. Duke Mark .44, a superior hand cannon. Thunderlord, an exotic heavy machine gun. PSI Umbra 2, a pulse rifle. Conduit F3, a fusion rifle. Silver Dollar Mark .35, a shotgun. Sanctuary No. 2, an auto rifle. Monitor S11, a scout rifle. Thorn, an exotic pistol. Pocket Infinity, an exotic submachine gun, and Super Good Advice. Only God knows what this gun is. Now that's just a tiny fraction of the guns you'll find in Destiny. Bungie has gone on record to say that Destiny will contain more guns than all the Halo games combined, and then some. Destiny will have a 3-weapon system: a primary slot, a special slot, and a heavy slot. The primary slot will hold your rifle, a versatile all-round weapon ideal for most combat situations. There are pulse rifles, auto rifles, scout rifles, each one customizable with their own talent trees and upgrades which you'll earn over time. Your special slot will hold those weapons that will help you out in specific situations, weapons like hand cannons, submachine guns, and brutal shotguns. And finally, you have the heavy slot for weapons that cause a huge amount of damage in a short space of time. Weapons like rocket launchers and belt-fed heavy machine guns, the kind of firepower needed for when the shit really hits the fan. But how will you actually cycle between these weapons on your control pad? Well, you tap the Y button or the triangle button to switch between your primary weapon and your secondary weapon. Now, if you want to bring up your heavy weapon, you hold down these buttons. Personally, I think this is an excellent way of cycling between all 3 weapon slots. The fact that you have to hold down the Y button or the triangle button to bring up your heavy weapon will give you a real sense of empowerment. It's also worth noting that all 3 classes can use all of Destiny's weapons. There are no class-specific weapons that, for example, only the Hunter can use, and the more you use your weapons, the more dangerous they become. Next up, we're going to focus on Destiny's supers. Supers are devastating special attacks that are unique to certain Guardians. First up is the Golden Gun, which grants the Hunter a deadly one-shot kill for a short period of time. Next up is Radiance, which allows the Warlock to unleash a devastating burst of the Traveler's power, damaging everything in the surrounding area. And then there's the Fist of Havoc, an earth-shattering ground pound used by Titans to inflict serious pain on anyone stupid enough to be that close in the first place. And finally, the Nova Bomb, a powerful ball of energy that Warlocks are able to fling towards their enemies, often with fatal consequences for those on the receiving end. Bungie has made it clear that these supers are not the only ones available. Expect more to be revealed in the future. So how do you actually pull off these supers? In order to unleash a Warlock's Nova Bomb, you have to press L1 and R1 at the same time, which I'd assume is the same button configuration to pull off all the other supers too. Destiny is huge on customization, so expect each Guardian to be able to choose between numerous supers. So guys, we come to the end of part 1. In the second installment of Destiny in Depth, I'll be covering enemies, planets and competitive multiplayer, so be sure to subscribe if you don't want to miss it. Thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. If we can get to 1,000 likes, that would be awesome. And as always, thanks for watching, you beautiful bastards. Here comes that mother chuff of a boom. Hello my friends, glad to see you made it beyond the boom. That's a little subscribe button there, looking at you, all orange and stuff. If you want, you can click it, subscribe to my channel. You get Destiny videos, of course, Halo videos, Xbox videos, the occasional GTA 5 video, and let me just say, GTA 5 is an effing masterpiece, sprawling, epic, the characters are violent, often misogynistic, but nonetheless captivating. Once you pick that game up, you will be playing it for a solid 100 hours at least. It's one of those games that just swallows your life. And like I said, if you haven't already got it, get it. Or subscribe to my channel and you can watch me play it, you complete set of bastards. Guys, thank you so much for supporting my channel as always, and I will speak to you again in Destiny in Depth Part 2, you lucky bastards.